Nvidia stock opened Tuesday at $222.32, down 1.3% from its previous close. This decline came despite recent analyst upgrades and rising expectations ahead of the company's upcoming quarterly earnings report. The stock has been trading within a 52-week range of $129.16 to $236.54, and with a market valuation of $5.38 trillion, it remains one of the most influential equities in the semiconductor sector. Analysts from major institutions like Wells Fargo have raised their price targets, with some now projecting a potential $315 per share. The broader market consensus averages around $278.73, reflecting optimism about continued demand for AI and data center infrastructure. Nvidia's CEO, Jensen Huang, has expressed confidence that China's chip market will eventually open to American semiconductor companies, though recent diplomatic efforts have yet to yield immediate results. During President Trump's visit to Beijing, there was no breakthrough in H200 chip sales, a key product in Nvidia's AI portfolio. This lack of progress could weigh on investor sentiment ahead of the earnings report, especially given the high expectations already priced into the stock. Institutional stakeholders hold a significant 65.27% of Nvidia's outstanding shares, and prominent hedge funds like Tiger Global, Bridgewater, and Soros Fund Management have increased their holdings recently. This institutional confidence suggests a belief in the company's long-term growth potential. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Even as short-term volatility remains a risk, the street consensus is that Nvidia will deliver another strong quarter, with a likely beat-and-raise scenario expected. The company's February report showed earnings per share of $1.62, surpassing the $1.54 estimate, and revenue of $68.13 billion, exceeding the $65.56 billion forecast. However, the elevated expectations and aggressive price targets could also lead to sharp declines if the company's guidance comes in conservative or if there are any unexpected shifts in market dynamics. With AI demand continuing to drive data center growth, the pressure is on Nvidia to maintain its momentum. Investors are closely watching whether the company can sustain its performance and meet the high bar set by analysts and institutional investors. The next key signal will come with Nvidia's quarterly earnings report, which is expected to provide clarity on the company's financial health and future outlook. If the results align with or exceed expectations, the stock could see a significant upward move. Conversely, any signs of slowing demand or conservative guidance could trigger volatility. Given the stock's current position and the level of market scrutiny, the coming days will be crucial in determining the direction of Nvidia stock. The broader chip market is also a factor to watch. If China's market opens as Huang anticipates, it could unlock new growth opportunities for American semiconductor firms like Nvidia. However, until there is concrete progress in H200 chip sales or other tangible developments in China, the stock may remain sensitive to geopolitical and market sentiment shifts. Nvidia stock has already seen significant institutional accumulation, suggesting a belief in the company's long-term potential. But in the short term, the focus will be on earnings and whether management can deliver the kind of results that justify the current valuation and analyst projections. The market is primed for either a strong upward move or a sharp correction depending on the outcome. Investors should also consider the broader market. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Environment. The semiconductor sector is highly cyclical, and while demand for AI infrastructure remains robust, there are always risks of overvaluation or sudden shifts in supply and demand. For now, the focus remains on Nvidia's upcoming report and whether it can meet the lofty expectations set by the street. In summary, Nvidia stock is currently trading in a tight range ahead of a critical earnings report. Analysts have raised their price targets, and institutional investors have increased their holdings, but the market is also bracing for potential volatility. The next signal will come with the earnings report, which could either confirm or challenge the current optimistic outlook.